This is going to be called, oh, we're recording. Take notes. Multiplying, more notes. Multiplying polynomials. Okay, so, and then we're going to talk about greatest common factors. So, when you multiply a polynomial, you will have to do this. And so if you have 2x times 3x plus 1. Okay? Does anyone know how to do that? Who knows what that's equal to? I'll tell you. You got to use the distributive property. Okay? So you multiply, so what you have here when you do something like this, it means 2x times 3x, right? 2x times 3x plus 2x times 1. Now you don't have to always write out every single step, but as you get better at it, you can kind of skip steps. So when you do this, this means 2 times 3 times x times x. So what's 2 times 3? 6. What's x times x? X squared, right? Because there's x times x makes x squared. And what's anything times 1?
2.
Anything. It's just anything times 1. So it's just itself. So it just becomes 2x. And that's your answer for that.
Okay.
What? No, it's not 2. Because it's 2x times 1. It's not just 2 times. So there's a sample for you.
It would be 12x squared.
Who had a question? Yes, sir.
Oh, don't you simplify it more from there?
No, because no, you can't. Fred, stop. So you cannot combine these. You would think you want. What do you want to do? Add these together?
Yeah, it should be 8x
Yeah.
squared.
No. You cannot. These are considered non-like terms. You can't add x squareds and x's.
They both have x in it.
Yeah, but one's a squared and one's a.
One's like an apple and one's like an orange.
Yeah, you can't put them together. Okay?
Thank you. Yeah,
They
that's
have to be exact.
Like if you have. Okay, but people often make that mistake. So once you have things that are non-like terms, you can't do anything further with. I have to see my notes. Okay. So say I had something like this. So say I have something minus 2y squared times 3y cubed, 3y cubed minus, what do I have there? 2y squared? 2y, I'm looking at this one. 2y squared plus 3. And they want you to multiply that out. Okay? So you don't have to rewrite all the steps like I did. Just multiply one thing times the next thing and then combine your like terms. So, oh wait, that should be a square there. I want that one to be a square. Okay? So what's 2 times 3?
6.
Negative 6. What's y squared times y cubed? What do I do with these exponents? Fifth, you add those exponents. Okay? Now you go to the next term. What's negative 2 times negative 2? Positive 4. And then you go y squared times y squared, y to the 4. And then you have to multiply this 3 times that. So you just go negative 2 times 3, which is negative 6. And what else? Y squared. Because this is, so if there's nothing else after it, you just leave it as y squared. It's like y to the 0 or 1. And then you're done. Okay? And that's how you multiply polynomials. You guys want to try one?
That's it?
That's it. You try. You try. Where's a you try? There's, I'll make up a you try. Okay? Here's a you try. Let's do 3y squared times 2y, y 2. Let's make it 5y minus 3. Who can tell me what that one is? Who's got that one? Come on, don't be scared. I'll give you valuable participation point. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Clayton.
15y squared minus 9y squared.
Not 15y squared, 15y, y what? There's two y's over here and there's one y over here. So how many y's do I have altogether? Clayton? Cubed, right? Minus, you were right on the second part. What is it? What comes next?
Minus 9y squared.
9y squared. Don't forget I read a point. Yay! Okay? Now we're going to go backwards. We're going to go backwards. And this is called, look, we're almost done. We spent 5 minutes only. All right. So now we're going to, do you need time to write that down, Maddie? Your pen's broken? No excuse. Okay. Let's go to the next thing. All right. So this is called factoring out the greatest common factor. Say you have something like 4x cubed minus, what do I have there? Plus 2x squared plus 2x squared minus 8x. And they say take out the greatest common factor. Greatest,
Also known as GCF.
yeah, I want to write it out first. Common factor, okay? And sometimes they just call that the GCF. And that's very important when you get to like algebra problems and you're solving equations, is pulling out the greatest common factor, okay? So you're going backwards. And what you're trying to do is figure out the biggest number or the biggest term that will go into each one of these. What is in 4, 2, and 8? There's a 2, so I can pull that 2 out, okay? What is the highest power of x I have in any of these? No. I mean the lowest, the highest power of x that is contained in each one of them. X, okay? So that is my greatest common factor. So now what I have to do is figure out what I need to multiply each of these, this by, to get each one of these. So 2x times what will give you 2x cubed? 2 times what gives you 4? 2. And x times what gives you x cubed? X squared. Do you understand that? X squared. Okay? X squared. Now what goes over here? 2x times what will give you 2x squared? Just one what? 1x, or just plain old x, right? So just plain old x goes there. And 2x times, this is going to be a minus sign here. 2x times what will give you 8x? Just negative 4. And that's it. Did you follow that? Megan, you're not writing any of this down. What?
I'm listening.
Izzy. Oh, no, she's over.
Oh.
Okay. I couldn't help myself.
Were you on the Colorado bike team?
You tried.
Why?
You tried. Let's try. 8x squared minus 12x. 8x squared minus 12x. Find the GCF. And what we're doing now is called factoring. Okay? And factor, that means what two things do I need to multiply together to get this expression? So what is the biggest power that is, what is the biggest number that is in both 8 and 12? 4. Okay? 4. Cole?
Yeah.
No passing notes in class.
Take notes. Take notes.
Else is in, what's the biggest power of x that is in both of these? X, just x. That's because x squared isn't in both of these, just x is in both of these. 4x times what will give you 8x squared?
2x squared.
2, not 2x squared. 2x. And 4 times what gives me 12?
3.
3 is 4x times 3, negative 12x? Yes, and then I'm done. Okay? So last one that you guys can try, and then we'll be done. Okay? 3x cubed. You try. You try. See if you can come up with the right answer for this.
3x cubed
3x cubed, freedom cubed.
minus 12x
Minus 12x squared
plus 15x.
plus 15x. Okay, go ahead, start. Give this. Okay, go ahead, Mary. Tell me your answer.
I said 3x
3x is right.
and then x squared minus 4x.
Right, slow down. 3x times x squared minus,
4x.
not, oh, this was, I think I should have had an x squared here, shouldn't I? Minus 4x. I'm sorry, I had a bad problem. Okay. 4x and then what?
Minus 5.
Minus 5?
Yeah.
Minus 5?
Oh, plus 5.
Plus 5. Okay. I messed up. I should have had an x. I meant to have had an x squared. Okay? So if you did have an x squared, that's what it would have looked like. And that's called factoring out the greatest common factor and factoring. And then we're done. Do we have any questions? Questions? Okay. Your homework class, if you should decide to do it, which you will, is page 463, 1 through 37 up. Easy. Page 463, 1 through 37 odd. Okay? Ready, start.